Who are you? Aside from your name, aside from the various roles you play in society, aside from the things you like, the things you don't like, the things you want, the things you don't want, the things you do, the things you don't do, even aside from all the memories in your brain, who are you? Once there was an experiment done on some college kids. They were sitting in a big lecture hall looking at the front of the class. And while they were sitting there looking at the front of the class, a thief ran in and stole something off the desk. Then the police came in and interviewed all the students to see if they could figure out what the thief looked like, to see if they remembered what the thief looked like. And as they kind of expected, their descriptions were all over the place. Tall guy, short guy, heavyset guy, skinny guy, white guy, black guy, Hispanic guy, hoodie, no hoodie. It's kind of an accepted idea that we have a lot of trouble remembering unexpected events, which is why we can't remember names very well unless we deliberately try. We meet somebody, and then 2 seconds later, what was your name again? Even when we're told what we need to remember, we still have trouble. We're told that next Tuesday, second period, we'll have a test on chapter 7. We have a week. We read chapter 7. We show up on Tuesday, second period. We take the test. We get a B if we're lucky. Or I get a C maybe. If you're a prosecuting attorney and all you have is eyewitness testimony, you won't even bother. If you don't have any confessions, if you don't have any evidence, if all you have is a guy that says he saw some other guy do something, you won't even bother. A long time ago, I took a traffic school. If you get a ticket, you can go to traffic school. So the record, it doesn't go on your permanent record, and you can save money on your insurance. And this particular traffic school was taught by an ex-cop. And he was talking to us about the unreliability of eyewitness testimony. What generally happens is someone's out doing something, and then something happens, what? And they see this, but they see this after it's already in progress. But for some reason, our brains kind of make up a story where we believe we saw everything. We think we know more than we really do about the situation. So the police get around this by asking eyewitnesses, where were you looking when the event happened? And that forces us to remember, well, let's see, I was looking over here, and then, oh, yeah, maybe I don't remember everything. There's been some very interesting experiments in neurology where they measure the sequence of events of our mind, our awareness, and our mind-body system. They stimulate the arm so it itches, and then we scratch the itch, and they measure what's going on in the brain. And what we think happens, the sequence of events that we think happens, is not what really happens. What really happens is our mind-body system perceives some kind of itch. Then the arm reaches up to scratch the itch. Then, after the arm starts to move, our self-awareness lights up. And so this leads neurologists to suspect that our self-awareness is really just an observing entity. But the way we perceive things is we think we become aware of this itch, then our self-awareness looks at this arm and says, hey, arm, go scratch that itch. And the arm says, okay, boss. So we perceive our self-awareness as a causal element, some kind of thing that looks out into the world and decides what to do, and then we do that. But according to the research, our self-awareness is really just watching things happen, but pretending that it's causing things to happen. It reminds me of the very beginning of The Simpsons, where you have Marge driving the car, and then little Maggie with her little pretend steering wheel, and she's pretending that she's driving the car. that might be a more accurate model of our self-awareness. We're watching ourselves do stuff, but we're pretending that we're driving the car when we're really not. A very interesting question from philosophy is that over the past 10, 20,000 years of human history, do all the accomplishments of us humans, do any of those require self-awareness? And there's no clear answer. So we have this self-awareness. We think our self-awareness is important, but from a scientific, philosophical standpoint, it's not altogether certain that self-awareness is necessary. I'm aware of all the stuff in this room. I'm aware of this gavel on the table. But I can't control this with my self-awareness. What if our thoughts are the same thing? I'm aware of my thoughts. I can watch my thoughts, but I can't control my thoughts with my self-awareness. I'm standing here talking, and my experience, the way I think this is happening, is I'm inside my head. I'm looking inside my brain. I'm choosing the next words that come out of my mouth into the air, through your ears, into your brains. But that might not be what's happening. It could be that I'm just watching some other part of me choose the words that are coming out of my mouth. Yeah, okay, that was a good one. Well, I would have chose that too. Yeah, good job. Yeah, keep going. And so I can't really tell which is the correct model of my mind. Am I choosing the words coming out of my mouth? Or is some other part of me choosing the words, but I'm watching these words come out, but I need to pretend that I'm the one choosing the words? I can't tell which is correct from inside my head. Think of 2 or 3 of the most, or some of the most pivotal experiences in your life, or anything that pops into your head. Wedding, graduation, favorite birthday party. Chances are that those memories contain a lot of unexpected events, which means or suggests that those memories are incorrectly remembered. So I'll ask that question again. Given that our personalities, our experiences of ourself, are made up of a lot of memories that are incorrectly remembered, and given that our self-awareness may indeed be a hallucination, maybe even an accident of evolution, I'll ask the original question again. Who are you? Thank you.